Hello, and thank you for joining the Champion Within podcast, your premier go-to spot for unlocking your winning mindset. Whether you're an athlete looking to elevate your game to the next level, a coach leading the charge, an enthusiastic parent cheering from the sidelines, or an educator molding young minds, the Champion Within podcast episodes are packed with value, sharing the tools and strategies to unlock your potential and rise to new heights. Hosted by mentor, coach, and mindset leader Kate McCauley. Let's sit back and enjoy today's episode while discovering your champion within. And now, here's Kate.
This is your host, Kate McCauley. This is the last Tuesday episode of the Holiday Mindset Survival Series. I feel like in some ways 2025 flew by and in other ways it was really slow. I don't know. We are throwing New Year resolutions out the door and we're going to do something else instead. I want to say with love that New Year's resolutions are overrated. You know why? They're temporary. They're performative. You're obligated to make these statements and set these big, grandiose goals. They make you feel like you need to fix yourself in so many ways. There have been so much research around these resolutions, and the majority of people quit by week 3. You don't need a new year to become this better version of yourself. You need better beliefs. This year, instead of resolutions, I want to challenge you to do something completely different, something more powerful, something that actually will stick. If your resolution is something like, I want to be more organized, or I will be more organized in 2026, I want you to shift more like an identity and say something along the lines of, I am someone who follows through. The I am is more powerful here. Instead of saying something like, I want to work out more, I want you to say, I am an athlete. I know that sounds funny if you're not working out at all. Stay with me, because if you walk, if you run, if you move, if you dance, if you're going to go to the gym, if you lift weights, if you're going to go take a class, you are an athlete. You're not an Olympic athlete. You're not necessarily competing in maybe a high-level basketball game, for example, or a competition cheerleader, but you are an athlete if you're out for a run, even if it's a slow jog, a power walk. You're a power walking athlete, all right? You're going to the gym. You're a weight training athlete if you're lifting weights. You can say, I am an athlete instead of, I am going to work out more in 2026. We're going to shift this so it's an identity, not a resolution. If you're thinking you want to be more confident this year, I don't want you to make these resolutions that say, I want to be more confident. I'm going to be much more confident in 2026. No, change it to, I am someone who trusts my voice. Identity is going to change your behavior. Resolutions, they're just going to change your intentions. Try this. Pick one identity that you want to step into, not a goal, but an identity. I want you to name it. I want you to claim it. I want you to say it out loud. For the next 7 days, I want you to live as if that identity is already true. This is called live as if. It is a tool I tell people to use all of the time, but I want you to do that instead of setting these New Year resolutions. Don't make a New Year's resolution. I know that you're playing like a bingo card of all the things that you're going to do in 2026. There's all these trends that are happening on social media. It's the trendy thing to do, and new year, new me, all the advertising. And it feels good to do that. I get it. You're going to quit in 3 weeks. The majority of you are going to quit in 3 weeks. I love you, but you're going to quit in 3 weeks. So instead, for the next 7 days, live as if that identity is already true. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be all day, but it does have to be intentional. This is how you enter this new year already winning. You don't start over. You're not saying this is what is going to happen starting Monday. No, not by February, I'm going to do this. No, start today. And for the next 7 days, start living as if. And then when you're done those 7 days, do it again. Do it again. That's it. Live as if. If you live as if somebody who is confident, somebody who works out, somebody who is a strong athlete, somebody who eats healthy, somebody who is those I am statements, guess what you will become? Yeah, you will become whatever it is that you want to become. What you focus on becomes your reality. Now, you're going to mess up sometimes. Yes, but it's not going to be like the New Year's resolution where you quit in 3 weeks, because we make these big, huge, this is what I'm going to do this year. It usually doesn't happen. Go look at the research. It usually doesn't happen. But when you do this and you start to live as if, and you start to visualize and see yourself doing these things, and you do it, you take action, total game changer. I'm telling you, it's a total game changer. All right. We got one more Sunday episode, and then we are going to get back into our regular episodes. We're going to be done our holiday series. So I just want to say thank you for hanging out for all of these episodes. I'm going to be checking in with you this coming Sunday for the Speedy Sunday to see how we're living as if. I want to say thank you for being here for this whole series. You're surviving and you're thriving. We are living as if starting today. You have tools now that you can use all of the time. Little surprise, it wasn't just for the holidays. These are things that you can always use. The great news, if you keep using these tools, you're retraining your brain that this is who you are. Yeah, it's crazy during the holidays. We've talked about it during a couple of these episodes. You've lived it, right? But life is gonna life, even if it's January, February, March, right? You can use these tools anytime during the year. I really love that you showed up for yourself throughout this whole series, and come back on Sunday. I'm going to check in with you, of course, give you one more tip, and then we're going to get back to our regular podcasts, our interviews with guests. I'm really proud of you, and I think you should be proud of yourself too. And if you're just catching these for the first time, go back. It doesn't matter if you're starting this now at the end of December, almost January. You can go back and listen. I have people who find my podcast and say, Kate, I binged all the way back from the beginning. And by the way, I get way better from the beginning till now. I'm way better at interviewing people, at giving you tips, and just talking in general. In the beginning, I had no idea what I was doing. But anyway, thanks again for hanging out. And I hope you have an amazing New Year's Eve, a wonderful start to the new year. You are not setting a resolution if you're jumping on this bandwagon with me. And we're going to start living as if today. I am rooting for you always. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you for hanging out with Kate today. And whether you're going to coach, teach, cheer from the sidelines, or hitting the field yourself, remember, mindset is everything. Don't forget to follow the show for the latest episodes, as we all need a little extra motivation, humor, and sanity in our busy lives. Now, go and unleash your champion within you, one step at a time. We're always rooting for you.